Hi guys, it's Honey here, and in this video I'll be sharing with you my top piece of advice for coming out as asexual, and also what that means when you're trying to have a conversation with a potential partner about the nature of the relationship that you're looking to start or have with them. I am on the asexual spectrum myself. The labels that I prefer to use are greysexual or demisexual. I am also bisexual, cisgendered, and my pronouns are she, her. I've been in a monogamous relationship for the past 4 years, and if you want to know more information about my coming out journey, more details about the labels that I prefer to use to explain myself and my situation and communicate who I am to other people, I would suggest that you go watch my coming out video. It'll be in the above box and also linked in the description below. Before we start, I would just like to preface that I will be using the term asexual as kind of an umbrella term for everything on the asexual spectrum, including greysexual, demisexual, and just anything else in between. I will also be mentioning aromantic because there's a lot of crossover between the two, although I don't have personal experience with aromanticism. Alright, enough housekeeping, let's get started with the video, and I hope this information is helpful to you. The one thing that has made a major difference in my own journey of coming to terms with and coming to love and accept my own sexuality, and also my journey of being able to communicate who I am to other people, is in me understanding and me developing my vocabulary around attraction. When people talk about attraction, they're usually referring to sexual or romantic attraction, but that definitely isn't all there is to it, and it's really important for us aces and aros to understand all the different types and look within ourselves to see which ones that we are comfortable with and which ones that we want from another person if we want to be in a partnership or in some form of relationship, whether that be sexual or romantic or otherwise. Of course, before we can look inwards and understand ourselves, and before we can even try to communicate with another person, we need to know what all of these types of attractions are. So let's start, as always, with some terms definitions. Type of attraction number 1 is sexual attraction. This is the kind of attraction that makes us desire sexual contact with another person. And for us asexuals, this is the type of attraction that we don't feel or don't feel usually or don't feel to a certain extent. Type of attraction number 2 is sensual attraction. This kind of attraction makes us yearn to interact or show affection to another person in a tactile, non-sexual way. This can be done through hugging, cuddling, holding hands, and a lot of different ways. It depends on the person. Type of attraction number 3 is aesthetic attraction. This occurs when someone appreciates or admires another person's beauty or appearance, and this is disconnected from sexual or romantic attractions and feelings. Type of attraction number 4 is romantic attraction. This is when you desire romantic contact or romantic interactions from another person. Aromantics usually don't feel this type of attraction. It's the kind of attraction that makes you want to go into a romantic relationship with someone. Type of attraction number 5 is platonic attraction. This is the desire to have a non-sexual, non-romantic relationship with someone, essentially wanting to be someone's friend. Type of attraction number 6 is altruist attraction. This one's a little tricky. It's the desire to have emotional closeness and a close emotional relationship with someone that can't really be boxed into the label of romantic relationship or platonic relationship. For some people, this is the in-between, kind of more than platonic, but not romantic. For some people, this means the kind of emotional closeness that can't really be described by a platonic relationship, but isn't necessarily romantic in intention. Type of attraction number 7 is queerplatonic attraction. Queerplatonic attraction and altruist attraction is quite similar, but the main distinction between the two is within romance, because queerplatonic relationships are usually the ones that aromantics look for and get into, although anyone else can also get into a queer platonic relationship. A queer platonic relationship goes beyond a traditional platonic relationship, but there isn't romance there. It's categorized with more intimacy and more commitment and more loyalty than an average platonic relationship would be defined as, although it doesn't cross over to the romance side, of course, because aromantic. It's quite hard to explain, and a lot of people have different definitions of it. I'd say just if this is the kind of attraction that you think works for you, maybe do some research on it, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to define what your label means for you. So whichever explanation makes the most sense to you and can best communicate what you're feeling, go with that. Type of attraction number 8 is emotional attraction. This is the attraction to get close and get to know someone on an emotional level for their personality instead of their physicality. This type of attraction is usually present in most types of relationships, whether it's platonic, romantic, etc., etc., etc. And lastly, type of attraction number 9 is intellectual attraction. This has more to do with how the person thinks and what the person thinks rather than who the person is or how they look or anything else. It's kind of like the desire to want to have an intellectual interaction with someone or like pick their brain about something. Of course, this is not an exhaustive list. I'm sure there are so many other types of attraction out there, but these are the main types that I've brought up for this video that I think could be really helpful for any asexuals or aromantics out there looking to define who they are and what they're looking for in a relationship. So why is it so important for us aces and aros to have this wealth of attraction vocabulary? Well, that's because some of us still crave some form of relationship, whether that's a romantic relationship or a sexual relationship, a queer platonic or a platonic relationship. We still crave sensual touch and sensual attraction, and because asexual is a spectrum, some of us still have sexual attraction and sexual desires. It's just on a spectrum itself. So we need to be able to understand that within ourselves and then communicate that with our partners in order to make sure that our boundaries are set, that we are safe, and everyone understands and is getting what they want from the relationship. For example, if you're not capable or comfortable with sexual attraction or performing sexual acts, but you still experience romantic attraction and aesthetic attraction and sensual attraction to your partner, so you want to tell them that you're looking for a loving romantic relationship with them where you can cuddle and hold hands and you think that they're so attractive. These words can be helpful. These vocabularies can be used when you're having that relationship defining conversations about what your boundaries are. It could be, hey, I am not comfortable with sexual stuff because I do not experience sexual attraction. Or it could be, hey, I do not experience sexual attraction, but we can still do sexual stuff because I'm asexual but not sex repulsed. We're all different, and all of these labels that we use, like asexual, demisexual, greysexual, can only explain so much. We still have to go into the nuance and details when we're trying to form a healthy boundary and a healthy relationship with another person. Having an open and honest conversation about what types of attractions or expressions of those attractions that you both are comfortable with expressing and receiving can be essential to making sure that everyone's boundaries are being respected and you have a healthy and nice relationship. Remember that you and your partner are the only ones who can have a say in what your relationship is. There are so many different types of relationships, and there are so many different types of ways to express yourself within those different types of relationships. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, that you're doing something wrong or that's not right, because it is your relationship. And as a side note, no one is wrong for feeling or not feeling any of these types of attractions. You should never be made to feel guilty for not being able to feel or not being comfortable with any of these types of attractions or expressions of these types of attraction. And in the same way, you should never make your partner feel guilty for being who they are and feeling the way that they feel. Sometimes your sexuality, your comfort level, and what you're looking for in a relationship might not mesh well with someone else's. And that's no one's fault in particular. It's just you guys don't work together, and that's okay. Sometimes someone might take a little longer to understand something new, or to wrap their heads around a reality that they were not familiar with in the first place. And that's okay too. It's all a journey, and it might take a little time. It might take a lot of talking and a lot of empathy and understanding, but it's a process. And If you think it's worth it, it'll be worth it. So next time that you have a conversation with someone about your sexuality, whether that be a potential partner or you're just trying to come out to someone new, maybe these types of attraction might be useful in your conversation to help explain who you are and how you feel and what type of relationship you're looking to have with that person. They really don't teach us this stuff in sex ed, and I really think they should, because I think it's important not just for us asexuals or aromantics, but for anyone who's looking to have a healthy relationship. As always, please let me know if I missed anything or if you have any advice in the comments below. Let's start a conversation and have this video and comment section be a nice resource for any asexuals or aromantics or just humans looking forward to having some sort of relationship out there. Alright, take care of yourself, make sure that your boundaries are respected, and make sure you respect other people's boundaries. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!